In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Goldshell Mini Doge Pro, which not only mines Dogecoin, but Litecoin as well. This miner can plug into virtually any outlet in your house. So we're going to open it up, we're going to set it up, and we're going to start mining. So let's take a look. I ordered this miner directly from Goldshell, from the Goldshell website when it's in stock. The delivery time took about 10 days for it to get fulfilled and then sent to my house, which isn't too bad considering it's coming from China. And I'm just going to do a quick open box. So we have the protective foam in here, and you can see that we have a Wi-Fi adapter that just screws on. And here is the welcome card and the power supply. So this is the power cable. They sent me the European version instead of North America, but that's okay. And here is the actual power supply unit itself, standard cord on this side, and then you got the 6-pin adapter on this side. And here is the actual miner itself, very small, 2 fans on the back, and then we have the 6-pin power adapter, the Ethernet adapter, and the Wi-Fi that you can just screw on. And that just easily screws in and it's installed. So that's a quick open box for the Mini Doge Pro by Goldshell. Let's go ahead and plug it in. If you're using the power supply that came with the miner, you're going to be using the 6-pin cable side. Just make sure that the cable is completely aligned with the port, plug it in, and that's about it. For my installation, I'm going to be installing this on my network rack. I have a Bitmain 1200 watt power supply that already has my KDBox Pro installed, and I'm going to be installing the Mini Doge Pro here as well. I can support up to 4 devices using this power supply. Getting this installed is pretty straightforward. I'm just going to tuck this into the shelf, take one of the power supplies, plug it in, also connect an Ethernet cable, and there you go, it's installed. So now let's jump over to my desktop where we can configure it. Okay, so I just plugged in my Mini Dogecoin miner, so we don't know how to connect to it. And what we want to do is we can actually just go to the Goldshell website, which is find.goldshell.com. I'll make sure I link this URL in the description below. And when you go to this site, this is provided by Goldshell. Any miner that's active on your network will show up here. And you can see that I have my KDBox Pro, and this is the one that just booted up, and it gave me the IP address of 192.168.1.115. So that's perfect. So I can go ahead and I can click on this settings button over here, and it's going to jump over to the web page of this miner. The first thing that we're going to want to do is unlock our miner. So up here at the top, you can see that it's locked. We're going to click on the unlock option, and it's going to have an admin as a username. And then we're going to be typing in the default password, which is 123456789. And then you click on unlock. Google hates that password, and I definitely hate that password. You're going to want to change this password, and I'll show you how to do that. You can see that we're logged in right now. We don't have any pool settings. Over here on the left-hand side, if we click on system, and when we scroll all the way down, you can see that we have the change password option. So you're going to put in the current password, which is 123456789. And then you're going to put in your new password. I highly recommend doing this before you do anything else. Okay, so I've just entered in my password, and I'm going to type it in again to confirm it. And then we can click on the change button right over here, and it's booted us out, and we just have to log back in. So admin again is hard coded, and we'll just type in our password and then click on unlock. And we've just changed the password. And you can see over here in the top right-hand corner, unlock is highlighted in green, so we know we've unlocked this device. The next thing I definitely recommend doing is setting a static IP. Up here at the top, you have the DHCP enabled up here at the top. I definitely recommend putting in a static IP. When you do firmware updates or reboot the device, your router might assign it a different IP, which makes it difficult to find. Even if you use the Goldshell miner, it's just easier to keep things consistent. So you can just switch this off, and you can put in an IP address. You can use the same one that's assigned. In this example, I will. I'm using the exact same IP address, and then the subnet mask. Now, if you don't know what your subnet mask is, you can go over to your command prompt. I'm just going to type in ipconfig. Okay, if you scroll up here at the top, you have your Ethernet adapter. I'm connected by Ethernet. It gives you the subnet mask, and it also gives you the gateway, which is your router IP. So we can go ahead and enter those in. So the subnet mask is going to be 255.255.255.0, and my router's IP is going to be the same thing. So I'll go ahead and enter that in, 192.168.1.1. For auto DNS, you can leave this configuration as is. The next thing that we're going to want to do is click on apply, and it's done. So we've just set a static IP to this device, and every time we want to connect to it, we're going to be connecting to the same address. Now what we're going to do is set up our miner in the pool that we're going to be connecting to. So I'm going to click over here on the miner section. In the pool settings, I have nothing in here. You might have a default one from Gold Shell, I recommend removing it, and then you can go ahead and click on the add button. In my last video, I used F2 Pool. In this video, I'm going to be using DX Pool. But what pool are you using? Let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely interested in to see what you're using. So we're going to go ahead and click on this, and it's automatically going to populate the address in here for you. I'm going to log into DX Pool right now. Okay, and I'm signed in now. I can see my username is CryptoJar. Okay, so now we're going to go into the pool section up here at the top. As I mentioned at the beginning, this miner mines LTC and Dogecoin. So we're going to select that. And you can see right here, we have nothing active. We're about to set it up. We're going to be jumping back and forth to this page to see if it connects properly. And we'll scroll down a bit here at the bottom. And it gives you a couple of addresses that you can use. Ours has already been auto-populated with the very first one in that list. So my username is going to be CryptoJar. And then I can put a period after and then a worker ID. And that could be any number. So mine will be CryptoJar.001 or 2 or something like that. And then you can assign any password for it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We already have the pool information in here. CryptoJar and then period. And the worker name, I'll just put in 002. And then the password, I'm going to be putting any password in here. And then I can click on apply. It doesn't seem to be connecting properly for me right now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is restart my miner by clicking on the restart button over here. You may notice that sometimes it doesn't connect immediately. If it doesn't connect immediately, just restart your miner. Okay, and we just rebooted the miner and we can see that we're starting to get a hash rate now. I'm going to jump over to the pool and I'm going to refresh this page as well. And I should have an active miner. Here we go. So we have an active miner now. It just populated on this side. The hash rate hasn't registered yet. It might take a couple minutes for that to show up. So it's taking a little bit right now for it to start. We have 193 mega hashes per second. So we'll just give it a few minutes for that to register and work itself out. It might take a little bit of time as this picks up. I'm going to jump back over to DX Pool. And what we're going to want to do inside DX Pool is add our wallet because you want to get paid. That's one of the last steps that I'm going to be doing right now. But you can do that as soon as you set up the account. Over here at the top, we have wallet information. So I'm going to be clicking on that. And what we want to do is set up a Doge wallet and a Litecoin wallet. Under Litecoin, if we select auto withdraw, we need to put it in an address here. So I'm going to go into my Exodus wallet. Now you can use any wallet that you want that supports Litecoin and Dogecoin. A very simple and easy to use wallet is Exodus. So I definitely recommend that wallet. I'll make sure I'll link a video on how to set that up in the description below. So here is my Exodus wallet. I'm just going to go into the receive button for Litecoin and I'm going to copy my address and then I can minimize this. And now I'm going to paste in my address to get my verification code. I'll get my code in just a moment. There we go. So I got my code. I'm going to paste it in here and then click on submit. And that's been added to my account. Okay, so my wallet for auto withdrawal has been added. It's going to go into my Exodus wallet as soon as I meet the threshold. The other thing I'm going to do right now is do the same thing for Dogecoin. So I want to click on auto withdraw and I'm going to be pasting in my wallet address here. I'm going to go back into my Exodus wallet and I'll just search for Doge. So Dogecoin. And click on receive. And here's my address. I'm going to copy that. And now I'm going to switch back over and paste in that address. And I'm going to email for a code again. And that code should just show up in just a moment. Put in my code and submit it. And now I have both of my wallets set up here. So now anytime that I meet the threshold for payment, it automatically gets sent from the pool into my personal wallet, which is Exodus. Any balances that you might have that haven't been paid out will be listed over here at the top. And then if you go up at the top to the right-hand side of transactions, all your payments over time will be listed in here. And that's it. That's how you do it. That's how you set up the Gold Shell Mini Doge Pro using DX Pool. Again, this is the pool I'm using right now. I'll link that below, but that's not the only pool available. And I'll make sure I list some other examples if you want to use a different pool. I haven't used a whole lot of pools when mining with Gold Shell. If you have some recommendations, please put them in the description below. I'm really interested to know what you're using. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please smash that like button. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and put them in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.